Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we are continuing to draft chapter 11 of my second book, A List of Names for Vivian, book 2 in the Persevering Hearts series, which is my debut series. The first book, A List of Reasons Why, book 1, will be coming out on August 1st, 2026 on Amazon and KU, Kindle Unlimited. So glad you're here. Welcome. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're just going to continue drafting. In the last video, we had drafted a scene following Kyle and Vivian's conversation about Millie and Greg and how Vivian met him and how things went after they got together and that sort of thing. And then there was a moment in that conversation where Vivian came out, and then there was a dinner celebration following that. And what has to happen next, which this is the final scene for chapter 11, is that Vivian is going to call Millie, kind of bring her up to speed on what all is going on, and the fact that she's out, and there's going to be some conversation between the two of them to kind of start the arc of them kind of reconciling and getting back into their relationship. Also, while I'm drafting, there is a lovely author that I've recently started following on YouTube. She's doing a live stream right now. I might go and join and say hello and just introduce myself. That kind of sounds like the cool thing to do, but you're not going to hear any of that. You might see some of that happening, but you probably won't hear any of that happening necessarily. We'll have to see. That's what's up. Otherwise, I'm going to draft. If something is still going on, something I still want to come to you and talk about, I will still do that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started drafting. You guys, she literally just let me put the name of the book in her chat and put the release date out there and everything for the first book. And that was so cool. I thought her chat rules was no self-promotion, but she totally just let me promote it. That was so freaking cool. Okay, I'm so glad I joined this live stream while I'm drafting. I actually haven't drafted a word yet, but we're about to start. But we'll see. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, everyone, I have finished the last scene of chapter 11. So that means chapter 11 is now fully drafted. I'm still in a live stream at the moment. I'm not speaking on the live stream necessarily, so they're not going to hear this conversation. This last scene that I have written wound up being 989 words. So that now brings up the total chapter 11 word count, which is also the same amount I've written in the session because I forgot to reset the session in Scrivener, to 4,546 words. The manuscript total right now is now at 41,446. So some thoughts about this last phone call scene. It feels pretty good. It's basically 1,000 words. So I think with that kind of word count, I think the pacing feels decently. There might be a few moments that I bet ChatGPT would suggest that I might have to sit with. I'm just kind of getting that overall feeling. But overall, I'm very happy with that scene. I feel like the scene before it, kind of like what we talked, is probably going to be one that I might have more pacing issues with than this last scene. But the thing is, we've got a good, solid first draft of chapter 11. And I mean, I say it's good and it's solid because it is, but drafts are meant to be messy. They are not going to be polished. They're not going to be perfect in all aspects. So, but I think I definitely have something I can work with for sure. This is not a sloppy mess. This is definitely coherent. And I'm kind of feeling that way about most of this novel, really. I feel like when I go to eventually developmentally edit this, I can't help but feel that the first 4, maybe 5 chapters of the novel might be my sloppiest ones, because I've been feeling like I've been kind of vibing really, like since I started with chapter, I don't know, I might be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking the first 3 chapters, and maybe I started vibing around chapter 4 or chapter 5. I don't know. But around that time, kind of leading up to the midpoint, I started to vibe. And now I'm like really vibing with this book, which is a good sign that not only I really care about it, but honestly, not to toot my own horn, but honestly probably have something that's pretty substantially good. I was about to say decent, but decent's not enough for that. Good. I definitely have something substantially good here. Definitely better than my first book, in my opinion. But then again, this is the new, shiny new object, right? So maybe I'm just having those sorts of feels. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point now because I'm happy to be done with chapter 11. So that being said, we're going to end this video here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can stay up to date on all of the videos that I post. Check out links below in the description for my author Instagram and my Substack if you should so desire to check any or both of those things out. Again, my first book, A List of Reasons Why, the first book in the Persevering Heart series, is coming available on August 1st, 2026. Ebook format, paperback format, on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited. Thank you so much. Happy to have had you here today. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.